In a sobering assessment of the current geopolitical climate, the World Bank has issued a stark warning that the global economy could be facing a significant surge in energy prices, accompanied by a period of weak growth should the ongoing conflict in the Middle East escalate further. According to an economic report recently released by the institution, the already fragile recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic could be severely hindered by the fallout of an intensifying conflict, which might disrupt oil and gas supply chains and trigger widespread inflation. The report suggests that such an event could plunge the international community into a decade defined by lost economic opportunity. The Middle East is a critical hub for the world's energy supply, notably oil and natural gas. Any disruption to the region's production capabilities can reverberate across the globe, affecting both producer and consumer nations. With tensions in the region simmering, international markets have been nervously watching for signs that could precipitate a wider conflict, potentially threatening energy exports. The World Bank's report comes at a time when many countries are still grappling with the economic consequences of the pandemic. Increased energy costs could exacerbate existing financial difficulties, particularly in emerging economies which are more vulnerable to such shocks. The resulting inflationary pressures could lead to higher production costs, reduced consumer spending, and an overall dampening of economic activity. Moreover, the current situation underscores the pressing need for diversification in global energy sources. The potential crisis highlights a wasted opportunity over the past decade to invest more heavily in alternative and renewable energy technologies that can provide more stability and resilience to energy markets. The urgency conveyed by the World Bank's projections is a call to action for policymakers, industry leaders, and the international community at large. As countries worldwide are urged to strengthen their economic systems against potential shocks, the report highlights the need for expedited responses to energy market vulnerabilities. While the immediate focus for many governments is to mitigate the impact of potential price surges, the longer-term objective presented in the report is clear: diversifying energy production and consumption to reduce dependence on any single region or resource. Only through global cooperation and forward-thinking investment, it suggests, can the world shield itself against future energy-related uncertainties. Meanwhile, the World Bank's gloomy outlook serves as a reminder that beyond the immediate concerns of inflation and supply chain disruptions, the impact of a Middle Eastern conflict on global energy prices could reshape economies for years to come. Stakeholders around the world are closely monitoring the unfolding situation, hoping for de-escalation while preparing for a range of outcomes that could challenge the resilience of the global economy.